Hi, I'm Chris, CEO of Mainstreet Credit Union, and welcome to episode 2 of Financial Fitness, the show where I ride my bike in my basement in hopes that marketing will buy me a Mainstreet biking shirt. I want to talk today about a tax-free savings account. So tax-free savings account is really not a savings account. It's just a misleading label. Kind of like boneless wings, fun run, or we should do drinks soon. So why is it called a tax-free savings account? If it's not just for savings. I don't know, it's a bad name. So what a tax-free savings account really is a vessel. You put money into it, and normally when you're investing in a non-registered account, so outside of a tax-free savings account, you would pay tax on the gains of your investments. So whether you're making interest or your stocks are appreciating, you're getting dividends, you're gonna be taxed on that income. Within a tax-free savings account, you do not pay tax on that. So there's no tax when you put it in, there's no tax when you make money in it, and there's no tax when you take it out. So that's why it's called a tax-free savings account, but it is a vessel. Next question, what should I use my tax-free savings account for? So there are a number of goals that you can use your tax-free savings account for. If you don't have anything in it and you're just building up your emergency fund, it's a great place to start your emergency fund. And then as you grow your wealth, it becomes an excellent vessel for your short and medium term, and maybe even eventually becoming long-term spending. So you can use it for different priorities over time, but all different kinds of things you can use your tax-free savings account for. Next question, what can go into a tax-free savings account? So again, you can put savings into it, like a high-interest savings account. That's not the most efficient way to use it. You can essentially hold anything you can hold in an RSP in a tax-free savings account. So that could be mutual funds, it could be stocks, it could be bonds, it could be GICs, all kinds of different investments within that tax-free savings account vessel. What are the limits? So right now it is $7,000 per year. If you were 18 in, I believe, 2008, you're able to do at least 18 in 2008. I think that's the year. You're able to do a maximum of 95,000. So you can check your contribution room on CRA's website, or you can look at your how much you've contributed on your whatever site you do your investing or your contributions on. But CRA is the best place to check. CRA also has an app you can use to check your balance. And your balance may be slightly out of date because it only goes in once a year, but you should be able to reconcile what it says you have available versus what you know you've contributed recently and put that together. Next question, does everyone else have a full tax-free savings account except me? And the answer is definitely not. So only 10% of Canadians have maxed out their tax-free savings account room. And I think it's about 6 million Canadians have a tax-free savings account at all. 6 to 8 million with a population of 40. So really, it's not as well used as it could be. So in starting, you are not behind. The average tax-free savings account is about 41,000, but those are for the few people that do contribute. So got to start somewhere. Get that money in your tax-free savings account. Next question, what happens when I withdraw? And do I get my contribution room back? So if you withdraw, you get your contribution room back the next year. And so if you withdraw 10,000, you get your room back next year, the 10,000 back. So January 1st, that anything you took out, you get that room back. And the interesting thing with that is, if you lose money in your tax-free savings account, you don't get that room back. If you gain money in your tax-free savings account, you always have that room. So even though you can only contribute 95,000, if you have that much contribution room, if you grew that up to 500,000 and you withdrew that, you'd still be able to put 500,000 in the next year. So you want to be careful and not do super risky speculative investments. You don't want to lose your money. You also don't want to lose your room in your tax-free savings account. Next question. what can I put inside a tax-free savings account that actually grows? So if you just have high interest savings, it's going to grow very slowly. GIC is a little bit faster. ETFs are a great option, an index fund, but mutual funds are also a great option if you like to have an advisor and you like a little bit of help. We'll talk about investments and management expense ratios, but time in the market is the most important. So if you're comfortable with it, do a self-directed account and you can buy an ETF. If you're not comfortable with it, speak with an advisor. They can get you in the appropriate fund for your risk tolerance and your goals for the account. How should you start? Open up that account, put some money in. So if you don't have an emergency fund, start there. If you do have an emergency fund, then you can get right to investing. Make sure that you know what you're doing a little bit, or speak with an advisor. You want to make sure that you have the appropriate investments for both your time horizon and how much risk you're willing to take. But best place to start is just start contributing. The best time was yesterday. Second best time is now. Last question. What mistake have I personally made on my tax-free savings account? So, I talked about if you lose money, that room's gone. I bought some speculative investments early on in my investing career because I thought I knew what I was doing. I lost some money and lost that contribution room. Fortunately, it wasn't much because I didn't have much money back then. So I was able to make that money back. But just be careful on making sure that you're picking appropriate investments and not gambling. All right, that's it for tax-free savings accounts. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to keep climbing this mountain.